Welcome back to Keeping Up with Notion. In this video, we're going to take a look at probably one of the most anticipated and requested features in Notion history, well, alongside with offline mode, which was also recently released. The new feature is called page level access, also known as granular access. And what this feature does, it basically allows you to partially share a database without giving users full access to that database. Previously, there was no secure way of sharing just specific entries of a database. For instance, if you had a task database and wanted to share specific tasks with a team member or a client without giving them full access to all of your tasks, it was not possible. And this is why team and client collaboration wasn't 100% streamlined until now. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at this feature. I'm going to show you how to set it up as well as how it looks from the client's perspective. So, for example, in this specific case, we have a client portal for social media managers. So as you can see, the client portal has action items that you can assign either to your client, to yourself, or to a team member. So previously, this task database was completely independent from the internal task database, meaning that if I had, let's say here, a task that says strategy call, and I wanted this task to also appear in the action items, I would have to create a new task and call it strategy call. And then add in here, for instance, let's say the date and then the person that it's assigned to and so on. However, the two tasks would be completely separate from one another, meaning that if you update, let's say this strategy call got postponed to a week later, so it's December 11th, so you update the date in the client portal, you then have to update the date in the task database as well. So you have to do things twice. With the new page level access feature, you can now safely share an internal task database without exposing sensitive data that you do not want to share with anyone else. And I'm going to show you how to do it. In order to set this up, you need to go to the source task database. So you want to open the source database because otherwise you will not be able to find the page level access feature. So once you open the source database, you can click on share, and this is where you will see page level access, add new rule. And this is where you can create the rule where, for example, the assignee, so the person that's mentioned or tagged in the assignee property, can either edit, comment, or view that specific page. In my case, I will select an edit, but it's up to you what type of access level you want to give to your clients. So, and then click on create rule. As soon as you do that, you will see that a little key will appear next to the assignee property, and that will make it very clear that whoever you add in that property will instantly get access to that specific page. Once you've done that, what you want to do is to create a linked view of the internal task database in the client portal database. So I'm gonna create a linked view of that in the action items here. I'm gonna actually delete the previous database because we're not gonna use it anymore. Here, I'm gonna filter to only show tasks that are related to this client portal. And now, once I've added a linked view of the task database, all I have to do in order to share a task to a client is simply assign it to them. So you will see that here in this view, we have a few tasks assigned to myself. So this is for me, and I have the strategy call, which should be assigned to myself and to my client. So when we go into the client portal, from the client's perspective, they should only see the tasks where they are mentioned. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from the client's perspective. Here it goes. So as you can see, they only have access to the task that has been assigned to them. So now I can edit the status of this task, I can edit the date, and it will update both in the client portal as well as internally in my task database. So for instance, if I postpone now this task to the 18th of December, the date would change in the client portal as well, both for me as well and the client. So you only need to update things once, create a task once, it will be synced everywhere. I hope this video was clear. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And before I end this video, I wanted to mention a few limitations this feature comes with that you have to keep in mind if you want to implement it. The biggest one is you have to be at least on the business plan in order to use this feature. If you're on a free plan or in the plus plan, you won't have access to it. And then the second limitation is that as of now, when you create a new page level access rule, you can only give can edit, can view, and can comment access to your client or a team member, which means that they cannot create new records in the database. So as you can see here, if I go into the client portal from the client's perspective, I can see the tasks that have been assigned to me, but I cannot create new ones. So I know that the can create option will come soon, but as of now, it is not possible to create new database entries. So that's something to keep in mind.